All right, folks, I got a Honda Accord. It's the 2016 model with the 4-cylinder. The customer wants us to put a new starter in, so he gave us this new starter, and we're going to put it in. So let's get after it. All right, first thing we got to do is we got to unhook the battery, which is right here. All you have to do is unhook the negative. We're going to take this and we're going to tuck this to the side, make sure nothing hits that. Don't have to undo the positive because the battery is fully disconnected now. And now we're going to go up in the air. All right, so now we are going to come under here, and the starter is right here. So I'm going to get you set up, and we're going to put a new one in. All right, so this one can be a little bit tricky, just because there's a bolt way up in here. But first thing we're going to do, we don't have to worry about any battery voltage being on this wire. Let me see if I can adjust it a little bit more. We don't have to worry about this wire because we undid the battery. This is the signal wire, which goes to this connector here. We have this bolt down here, which is a 14 millimeter. And then we have to undo this clip and the wiring harness. So we get some tools for that. This thing is just a push connector. Just push down on this tab. Sometimes you got to push in, push down, and then pull it out. There's that one. And this. That one. Then we'll move this out of the way. Sometimes what I like to do is there's this little tube donger. If you squeeze that, you can separate the small wire and the big wire. So I'm going to do that. Just squeeze that, pull that out. You can tuck this out of the way. This can be a little tricky because sometimes this cover doesn't always cooperate, but usually you can just tuck it out of the way like that. And then that's going to be a 12. They're usually not that tight, so it should be pretty good. Okay, now it's loose. I can just get my regular old socket in there. Okay, it's obviously still too tight. All right, I'm gonna come in with this. I'm gonna come in with this boy. Ah, see. Just a little stubby, that's all we needed. All right, got this. Here's the nut that holds the heavy cable on. We're gonna just pop this off. Just tuck this out of the way. Just bring it down, down, down. So now, I'm going to try to get you a good shot here. We have this bolt that we got to get out, and then way back here, we have this big, there's this long bolt right here that we have to get out. Sometimes it's easier to come in from behind the mount, like this way. Sometimes it's easier to come in this way. So I'm going to get you situated for you to be able to see. So I'm going to hold the edge of the ratchet, and then I break it free. like that. Okay. I'm basically like almost right next to the wheel at this point, right near the wheel, but these aren't terribly tight. This is that bolt. You can still see this is how long that bolt is. For the lower bolt, I like to use, I'll go in with a swivel, just like this, if you have one. And then same type thing, you're gonna go in. My fingies are so strong. You can see the starter loosen up already. Let's get a different ratchet extension. I went with a smaller extension. Is hitting it. Okay, let's get this bolt. Oh, it stayed with me. Let's get this bolt out of here. There's that one. That's the lower one. We can take this thing out. It should just come right out like that. All right, before I put it in, I'm going to spritz the. I put a little spritz. I didn't take the camera out, but I put a little spritz where the electrical connector is, and on this piece right here I put a little spritz of fluid film just to keep the corrosion down. Then you basically reverse the process. Alright, this goes like that. Get it nice and flat up against the block. I'll put this bolt through. I can use like cordless ratchets and stuff, but this sometimes it takes too long to get your tools out of there. Let me get you. Can't see nothing. I use that. I won't tighten it all the way down, but I'll keep it a little bit loose so I can put I'll put the upper bolt in. This one's a little bit tricky, only because you got to kind of feel there we go. When it goes into the hole of the starter. You got to kind of feel that. It's a little bit can be tricky, but if you get the oh boy. If you get the bottom bolt like fairly snug, it'll kind of hold it in place, and then you go right up through here again, and then this is the That upper bolt's a little bit of a feel thing. Once you get into the hole of the starter, it's pretty much located by the transmission, but it can be a little bit tricky. All right, I just snugged that one down. I'm gonna come back in. I'm gonna finish snugging this one down. Then I'll come back in, torque it to spec. Always torque it to spec. Here, get the lower one, also torque it to manufacturer spec. Alright, it's definitely torqued. Torqued, not twerked. Alright, let's go. So this is the tricky part because it's got this rubber boot around it. You have to peel it off of the actual, let's see if I can get it. You have to peel it off of this part so you can access the flat where the nut goes. It has a little locator in it. It has a locator so that it can only basically go in one particular spot, but that's the tricky part. You just got to keep that boot out of the way. Okay. Then, most of the time this, oh man, it fell off. Most of the time, the starters will come with new attaching hardware. Sometimes I'll use that, sometimes I won't. Sometimes the OE stuff is actually better than the aftermarket stuff when it comes to attaching. So when you tighten this up, tighten it to manufacturer's spec. And it does not, it's not going to be very tight. Now, do a high quality job. Put this boot back. Yes, it stinks to do, but if you get it just right, you can grab the end. It's almost like the tongue on a shoe. If you grab that and you just pull it over the whole assembly, it goes right back into place. That's what I just did there. Now this will go, I'm gonna leave that not clipped in quite yet. So I'm gonna put this back through. I'm gonna connect this. This is the starter terminal, S terminal. That's gonna go, you can see that? It's gonna go that through. This is going to go right here. It should just slide in. Okay. So I just slid that connection on there. Then put this back in the retainer that we that we slid through just goes like that. I push this on right here onto the electrical connector, and honestly that's it. Let's go make sure it starts. All right, we're back up here, getting ready to start it. Put the battery back on. This battery terminal is a 10 millimeter. Should be pretty straightforward. Unless it's not straightforward, then it won't be. One thing that I see a lot of people do is these terminals, they're not all the way down against the base of the battery, and it actually, like, you're like, oh, I can't get it, it won't go tight enough. That's because the terminal is like, you know, like tapered. So the further down you put it, as long as it's all the way down. Sometimes they even get a little thing and just tap it. But make sure it's all the way down. Let's go inside. Make sure she starts up. Right, well, I can't use a key because it's a push button. Whew. Starts right up, baby. All right, this one has 163, 244 on it. So I hope this video helps somebody. If you're trying to do your own starter, yes, it can be frustrating, especially that the top 14 millimeter, the long bolt. If gorilla hands tighten it up before you, it can be really hard to do. But with enough patience, you can get her. All right, thanks for watching, guys.